Hello gentlemen, welcome back. This is the last video of week 4. We're going to just do some more inverse trig examples so that you really get a good handle on it. Again, you should be getting comfortable with this material, but make sure that you do know your unit circle. That's going to be important. In the examples today, we're going to do a couple applications type examples so that you understand how to use them in word type problems. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do another one similar to what we did before. We have to draw some triangles. I'm looking for the cosecant of the arctan of -2/5. And so let's take a look at this. Let's first create our triangle. And so here we go. Tangent is so we have theta here. Remember, if we let theta equal arctan of 2/5, that means the opposite side is going to be 2, adjacent side will be 5, like that. The other thing we should notice is because that's negative, we're going to be in the 4th quadrant, because remember arctan, the range of arctan, arctan, again, it's important to know what you're going to get, is -pi/2 to pi/2. So we're looking for because this is negative, we're looking for the value in the 4th quadrant. Okay. Knowing the two sides of a right triangle, we can find the hypotenuse. Here it's the square root of 29, and so I can write tangent of theta is 2/5. That's using this information right here, and theta is going to be arctan of 2/5, and again we're going to be looking for the value in the 4th quadrant, that -pi/2 to 0. Okay, if we do that, we can look at the cosecant now. Cosecant of theta of this particular angle using our triangle, and if we do that, we get -29 square root of 29/2. Okay, hopefully that everybody understands. Remember, cosecant is 1/sine. And the reason we're negative again is because we're in the 4th quadrant, because that's what the arctan angle indicates here. Okay. Sun is 20 degrees above the horizon. Find the length of a shadow cast by a building that is 600 feet tall. So first thing you want to do whenever you get a situation like this, a word problem like this, is to draw a diagram. Okay. So here's the sun. Here's my 600-foot building. I'm looking at the shadow. The length of the shadow is going to go from the edge of the building all the way to the ground like that. And so I'm basically looking for this side here. So if I'm looking at this triangle, I have this side, I have this angle, and I'm looking for the length here. So you guys should recognize that I can use the tangent. Okay, so tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent, and our adjacent side here is going to be the length of the shadow. If I plug that in, I get tan 20 is equal to 600 over x. Got to bring the x over and divide by 20, tangent of 20, like that. And now it's simply plug in, and the length of the shadow is going to be about 1,650 feet. Okay? An engineer erects a 75-foot cell tower. Find the angle of elevation to the top of the tower at a point on level ground 50 feet from the base. So again, it's drawing a diagram. Here's a 70-foot tall tower. The person is 50 feet away from the tower, and they're looking for this angle of elevation here, that sight line from the person to the top of the tower. Okay, so once I label it, again I got a right triangle right there, and basically what I'm looking to do is to just solve that angle. And so I know I have the opposite and adjacent side. I can use tangent, and I can say tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So 75 feet over 50 feet, or 3/2. Now to find that value, I take the arctan of both sides, plug it in the calculator, I get 56.6 degrees. So that's what that angle is there. So most times you're going to read these word problems. You're going to come up with a right triangle, and you got to solve for either an angle or one of the unknown sides. In these two examples, we did one where we found an angle, one where we found a side. But primarily, if you just draw your diagram, the answer or the way to solve it should be pretty self-explanatory. Okay? Here's some practice. I want you to read a couple pages in the last section in this chapter. These examples are very good, so make sure that you're checking them out. And then here's some problems, some word problems, so that you get some practice solving with your problem solving skills. Okay? So this is the last video in chapter 4. You should be working on your problem set that's due on Monday. Again, if you have questions, email me, and so I can get those taken care of. Okay, fellas? Have a good day.